So when it comes to Christmas, I'm really not the biggest fan, and Doctor Who has had a rather interesting history with the holiday in recent years. Some of the episodes have been outright rip-offs of existing stories, while others dabble in interesting diversions that never quite hit the mark. You know the ones: The Doctor, The Widow and the Wardrobe, A Christmas Carol, those attempts to make feel-good festive Who that end up being neither festive nor particularly good. They all seem to follow that same syrupy formula: a dash of sentimentality, a sprinkle of magical wonder, and a final act that's about as thrilling as a damp cracker. The thing is, they're not even bad in a fun way. They're just bland, safe, and stuffed with faux wonder like a supermarket turkey. But then you have the ones that use Christmas as more of a backdrop than a crutch. And seeing as it is Christmas in a matter of days, it's worth taking a moment to look back at the first proper Christmas special we got. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Damon, and today we're unwrapping Doctor Who's first proper festive outing, The Christmas Invasion. The newly regenerated 10th Doctor takes Rose back to her old estate and immediately collapses in front of Mickey and Jackie. They drag him back to the flat and tuck him in, while Rose and Mickey head out for some Christmas shopping, only to be attacked by robot Father Christmases wielding flamethrowers disguised as trombones. Because nothing says Christmas like homicidal brass players, they dash back home to find a mysterious Christmas tree that promptly turns into a spinning death trap. As it tears through the living room, Rose, Mickey and Jackie hide in the Doctor's room. And finally, our hero wakes up long enough to zap the tree with his sonic screwdriver before collapsing again. Meanwhile, a British Mars probe, Guinevere 1, gets intercepted by a massive ship heading for Earth. Its crew, the Sycorax, use blood control to take over a third of humanity, threatening to make them leap to their deaths unless half the population is enslaved. Prime Minister Harriet Jones, yes, we know who she is, tries to reason with them, only to be teleported aboard their ship. Rose, Mickey, and the still unconscious Doctor are soon brought aboard too, though thankfully just in time for the Time Lord to wake up and finally save the day. Once conscious, Tennant's Doctor is a burst of energy, shutting down the blood control, delivering a cheeky sword fight, losing a hand, growing it back, and defeating the Sycorax leader with a Satsuma. It's camp, clever, and cool in equal measure. But then Harriet Jones gives the order to destroy the retreating ship, and the Doctor turns from cheeky to cold fury, dismantling her career with 6 little words. Don't you think she looks tired? Now, this was back in the days before rampant Russell T Davies had been lobotomized by the BBC's in-house cult of social preaching. Back then, the production team actually had the guts to tell him no once in a while. I don't find myself hating the Christmas invasion, though that might have a bit to do with the fact that we don't have to endure too much of Daft Jamie himself, David Tennant. Yeah, I've never been a big fan, even if I admit his run had some of the show's best stories. It's hard to believe now, but there was a time when being a Doctor Who fan meant keeping your voice down. Mention it in the pub in the early 2000s and you'd get laughed at. Then 2005 happened. Davies, Julie Gardner and Mal Young resurrected the show and made it a pop culture phenomenon again. Following Eccleston's fantastic departure, they brought in Tennant, fresh from Casanova, and gave us this, the first full story of the new Doctor, and the first Christmas special since 1965's The Feast of Stephen. Tennant spends most of the runtime unconscious, but when he does finally wake, he nails it. Charismatic, angry, and unpredictable. He commands the room instantly, even if I'm not keen on him personally. I can't deny that his first outing works. The sword fight with the Sycorax is classic Who camp with real weight behind it. And the moral standoff with Harriet Jones gives the episode a sharp political edge, one that Davies used to weave cleverly into the story rather than bashing us over the head with it as he does now. Billie Piper's Rose gets a chance to shine while the Doctor's snoozing, and the introduction of Torchwood adds a layer of intrigue that would echo for years. The Sycorax themselves aren't top-tier monsters, but they're solid, intimidating, memorable, and far better than some of the rubber-faced nonsense that followed. Honestly, they could have made a strong, recurring villain. Looking back, the Christmas invasion feels like a relic from a time when Doctor Who could balance humour, heart, and heroics without collapsing under its own ego. It's not perfect, but it's got spirit, something sorely missing from modern specials that seem more interested in ticking boxes than telling stories. Thinking about where the show came from to the depressing mess it's become doesn't give me much hope for the immediate future. And with the way things are now, I don't see the 2026 special being any better. Back then, even when it stumbled, Doctor Who still felt special. These days, it just feels like another show trying to remind us it used to matter. So as the festive lights go up and the snow or budget CGI equivalent begins to fall, I'll raise a glass not to the future, but to the memory of when Christmas in the Whoniverse actually meant something. Adventure, heart, and a dash of cheeky rebellion. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where naturally I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous. Stay.